Hey! Hello! How's everyone doing? Yeah, the emotes stack as long as they're actual emote on the Twitch chat. I hope you're happy that Strong is finally a real emote. I know I am. I think he's so funny. It was worth me being extremely scared when I played the game just because we get Strong. Because you did it outside of the stream and you know, didn't get to be thanked, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that you subscribed. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind of you. And I just really do appreciate. Thanks. And you deserve the emotes. Now, I haven't checked if Strong is available on Discord because it seems to be behaving weirdly. You know, with the emotes from Twitch, so I don't really know how to fix that. I haven't been able to use Strong, even though they consider me a subscriber to my own channel. So I'm not really sure, but we'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, that makes for a lot more emotes appearing on screen. Oh, thank you so much, Sakura. Wow, 8 months. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the emotes as well. It makes me really happy to finally have subs in chat because it's just really pleasant to see the emotes being used, and I do need to finish making the emotes that I was working on. Okay, fine, I'll drink, and then as soon as this song is over, we'll begin playing the game. Poor Jordy, you only got like 5 minutes of screen time as latest subscriber. Okay. Alrighty. Stream game. I am launching the game. The black screen won't last for too long. Oh gosh, it's so loud. Danganronpa. What a banger. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I don't know if you can skip it, but even if I knew how to, I wouldn't because it's so nice. There is an anime, a Danganronpa anime. I've heard mixed reviews, but I think if you want to know everything, you have to watch at least part of it, like some seasons. I don't know for sure. I'll look into it after we're done with this game.
Danganronpa.
What, an anime? Yes, there is one. Yes, it's just, I don't know if you're supposed to watch first season, or if that's fine if you've played the game, or if it's like second season and third season. I don't really know. And I know there's something about like having to watch some episodes from one season and then episodes from the other. Like you have to switch constantly. It's kind of annoying. Or so I've heard. I think it's just about hanging out for now. Oh no, we have to go to the dining hall. Well, I guess we can try and talk to Kyoko, though she hates us so. Kyoko, good morning. Oh, you didn't understand the anime? Yeah, I mean, I've heard it was... I've heard you should watch some of it. I'll just, like, look into it and see what people are saying. Because I don't really know. If I can skip it, I don't mind, because I'd rather play the game than watch the anime, because it just feels more entertaining, because, like, I am actually doing something. So if I can skip it, I am, you know, not against actually skipping it. She still doesn't like us very much. Still ignoring me. Is she really that mad at me? But actually, it's not just Kyoko. Ever since Monokuma summoned us last night, the atmosphere around here has gotten really heavy. I can almost feel it looming over us, weighing us down. Well, if nothing else, I need to patch things up with Kyoko as soon as possible. Right, why does she hate us? I kind of forgot. It's only been like a week or two, but I have completely forgotten what the problem was. Makoto, are you okay? Huh? What do you mean? You were late, so we were worried about you. What a dullard. Toko? Byakuya? What are you doing here?
What the heck?
They're taking refuge here. Refuge?
Such ignorance.
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the masterminds too. The masterminds... Are you talking about Sakura? That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall was Sakura. Huh? Where is Sakura?
Stop talking.
All I know is if she were here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was a safeguard against that threat. Threat?
What is this?
Why? Why do you hate her so much?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because this makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the mastermind upsets that balance.
What the heck?
That's a stupid reason.
What did you say?
Stupid? This is a life or death game, is it not?
That's terrible.
It is stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
Hey,
Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us?
what the heck?
Probably because she isn't working for them anymore. They were getting revenge on her, right? Like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye.
However,
That may be part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing that fact was also meant to serve as the next motive the mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion,
in other
hatred.
words,
In other words, this right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, will you still stand there and argue like children?
but
That's not what I'm trying to do, it's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? If she really can beat the mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
what are you saying?
Idiot! You'd really ask her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her?
Interesting.
It wouldn't matter. What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. Hold on, Byakuya. In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest. Ooh, I like that sound.
What the hell?
Oh, that's like the best thing that's happened in the entire game so far. I wish I could play it again.
You disgust me. You're a monster. To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the one to die.
Oh, wow.
What?
I should have died. Interesting. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead, try it if you dare. That's how it works here, after all.
What is this?
You think I can't do it? Hina, calm down.
That's right.
This is exactly what the mastermind wants, and it's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. That was cathartic. Thank you so much, Hina. What's wrong? Lost your nerve? I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Hina ran off. That stupid cow! How dare she! She should die 1,000 deaths! No, 1,000,000! So she was just another hysterical little girl, hardly worth my attention.
Just a second.
It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya, and all you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
A friendly word of warning. Someday, that attitude is going to come back and bite you. Hard.
I don't have time to play with you.
And I will happily elude its attempts. So, you know, how about we, eat? Maybe now's not a good time. Okay, well. Great, it's not awkward at all. Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms one by one. Yeah, this is such a productive meeting, indeed. I mean, honestly, I'll take someone slapping Byakuya over actual progress anytime like that. That was deserved. I am so happy she did that. And Jordy, I don't think they would enjoy French fries for breakfast, but maybe that's just me. Oh. So, what should I do today? I don't know, like try and make up with Kyoko? No. Okay, we're poor. We spent all our money. Good to know. Well. Where is everyone? They're nowhere to be seen. Okay. Well, we'll try and talk to Kyoko, and if she really doesn't want to talk to us, then we'll find someone else to hang out with. There she is.
anyway,
I'm busy. I don't have time to waste.
anyway.
Baby girl, don't be mad at me. I want to talk to you. Huh? Well, I guess we can try and hang out with Sakura, right? I'm lost. Oh, wait, no. Okay. She wasn't there. Because I mean, I just really don't want to hang out with Toko. I don't like her at all.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure I'm ready to open up just yet. Maybe if you create the right opportunity. Yes, we should hang out with her. Even if I don't feel like talking. You still stand by me? I still don't understand you, Makoto. Without saying a word, I stood by Sakura. Sakura and I grew a little closer today. And we will try and give her a present, but I do not know what. Don't we have, like, something with protein, maybe? Probably not. No, she wouldn't like that. Well, I have no idea what she would enjoy. Really, I do not know. I feel like I don't really have anything for her. Would you like this? I mean, it would just mean that I'm speaking her language. I'd understand if that made her open up to me suddenly. What is that? Okay, I'm gonna give her this so she can take care of herself after working out.
Well,
You're giving this to me? I see, that's very nice of you. Does that mean she liked it? Yeah, I mean, it was obviously not perfect for her, but I think that does the trick. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. Okay, now... Was she blushing? I don't know, I haven't noticed. I'd be surprised if she was, because that wasn't like an actual good present, I don't think. Wait, where is she? She's in the dressing room. Where is that? Is that here? No, that's laundry. She isn't here. Oh, I messed up, I messed up. Must be here. Please talk to me. Go away. She won't even look at me. I guess she doesn't even want to see my face. One level up from an Amazon gift card. I gave her something she could buy with an Amazon gift card. At least with the gift card, she could have picked something she liked better. That was just not a very good present. Who should I hang out with? I mean, I guess I should hang out with Toko at least once, even though I hate her. Simply because when you hang out with people, they like give you abilities, and I obviously don't have hers because I don't like her. So I think I'll go through this ordeal today. When are we ever gonna get out of here? Not that I have much to look forward to if it did get out. Should I hang out with her?
What's your problem?
Yes. With more pity? Aren't you such a good person showing me all this pity? Okay. Yeah, we'll give her something. Surely I have things for her. I think she likes to write. Well, she would love this because she's Genocide Jill. But also, this says female fanfic fans, and I think she writes fanfiction? And she's currently Toko and not Genocide Jill, so yeah, I mean, if that can make her happy, I'll give her a murder weapon, that's fine. I think I'll try and give her this, and if she doesn't like it, well, whatever. Sorry, but I'm already engaged to Master, so I can't go on a date with you. If you're okay with that, I don't mind if you think about me. Seeing Toko so pleased with something I gave her makes me happy. See? I knew what she would like, unfortunately. She's just standing there. Does she want something? She's not saying anything. Maybe I should try to start a conversation? Toko? What, you wanna talk to me? Well, I can't stop you, so talk already. Okay, sure, but what should I say? So, what do you like to do in your spare time? Why do you want to know? Well, I mean, you know, we're trapped here together, right? If we're gonna be friends, it'd be nice to get to know each other. Huh? What'd you just say? After that part about being trapped, we're gonna be what? Friends? What do you mean, friends? You think I'm stupid? You're trying to trick me. I've already been hurt once before. I'm not gonna let it happen again. You've been hurt? What happened?
Anyway,
Come on, you don't really care about me. You don't want to know about me. Even I know that. No, that's not true.
what the heck?
Fine, then tell me. Tell you what? You know why they call me the ultimate writing prodigy, right? Yeah, sure, you've won all kinds of literature prizes and stuff. Then tell me what I'm good at. Tell me what my genre specialty is. If you really want to convince me you give a crap, you should at least know that. The genre that the ultimate writing prodigy specializes in. Well, that's it, right? That's fanfiction. It's romance, of course. Oh, you actually knew? Your biggest success was So Lingers the Ocean, right? Everyone says it's your masterpiece. The book was such a hit that fishermen shot to the top of all the hottest men polls, right? How did you know all that? There's no way you care about me. I'm telling you I do. I mean, we're friends, aren't we? Don't worry, I don't think I failed quiz time yet, simply because their questions are quite easy. So, I'm doing alright. I'm blind. Your straightforward nature blinded me. Toko ran off, screaming like a banshee. I'm not really sure. Does she hate me now? Oh, and we unlocked something. See, I guess it was a good thing that we hung out with her, even though I do not like her. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. And it'll be evening. Yes. Hopefully, we don't have to hang out with them for too long until someone dies. Simply because I want things to actually happen. And not just hang out with people who, for the most part, I don't enjoy being with. Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. Okay, yeah, something definitely happened. We still haven't settled... We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. Yes, her instincts are perfect, definitely. After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay, then how about to make you extra special, you can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards. I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line, then she said, "You just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you ever heard of the tale of the crab and the monkey?" Of course I've heard of it. I know all about it. But so what? The crab beats the monkey, but it's just some legend. hardly relevant to our great obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but the crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's lightspeed world. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I chose the always popular bear
And
image.
that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
Alright. I don't understand what the Monokuma theaters are about. It's always such useless information. Like, I guess at least this could be some trivia about
Good morning,
their research for
everyone.
making
Get
Monokuma, but
ready
most
to
of the time
greet
it's just boring. I need to do something about Sakura. I'd better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. It's funny how Makoto always eats breakfast but never lunch or dinner. Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Okay, well, things got interesting pretty fast. Oh, Makoto, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look. Hiro's finger shook as he pointed.
Hina!
Oh, was she attacked? Is she missing an arm? Is she?
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
I mean, she's still very much alive.
You gotta be kidding!
Oh, no. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina, just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze?
You SOB!
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. I don't want to do the voice lines for her.
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally not adorable boys. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else
My beautiful
I'll start cutting and cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay, then let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. No, she is not adorable. There's not a part of her that's adorable. It's just her thing. Like, this face could be cute if, you know, if it wasn't for the tongue. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. Oh, this is where Hifumi faked his death. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. I don't think you need to be a doctor to see that something is deeply wrong with her, both mentally and physically. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic, that just makes you sound even more hostile. Man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again, which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess. Hydrate, alright? I have hydrated. Let me guess. The fight was because of Sakura?
But
At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let your buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. Bye, Sakura. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had some fun. And thanks again for the Prime. That is very kind of you. Have a nice day. But she wouldn't let it go, so it just...
What the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
Serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she's in love with Sakura and everyone's mean to her girlfriend, I get it. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us. Huh? Sakura! You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto, Hiro, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was genocide, Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault. To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone. But hurt her. What is this? What is this? The power of lesbians. Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness!
Unforgivable.
I
I can't forgive them. Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Somebody save me. Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. Just a second later...
Hey,
What's going on? What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
it would seem...
I gathered that something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura. You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line? Goodbye. Wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Okay, finally she's gonna talk to us, right? Kyoko. Are you still mad? Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
figured. It's fine. Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore. Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk about
In
it?
other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that?
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Wow. What?
Because
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind.
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry. It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
and
I may have overreacted. Oh my god, she's blushing. She is so blushing. Huh?
Anyway,
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. No, she's not doing that. She's blushing. And she was being fairly mature, I guess. That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. What is it you wanted to talk to me
Indeed.
about? Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
so
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but...
shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Ah, Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her, and eventually we arrived. Oh, okay, so that's where Alter Ego is. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right. It has to do with Alter Ego. But you said we didn't need our Alter Ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs Alter Ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter Ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter Ego wants to ask us something. Alright. Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto. Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. What is it he wants to ask
Indeed.
us? Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
What? Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. That's right. That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the Mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? So? I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
certainly.
Yeah. When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There is no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko! To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now.
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend. Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't. I want to believe in myself. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this. Leave it to me. So please, let me try.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place where the Mastermind might not notice. The secret office, right? Yeah, I don't think they have a microphone on the computer because they're always talking to him using the keyboard. They're always typing the question. But I think there's a camera that he can use to see, so he simply cannot hear.
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. That's it! The secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there. And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the Mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the Mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right!
That's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay, then I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, alter ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It's a computer, it shouldn't be ticklish. Shh, you can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there?
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. I think the both of us going at the same time is... I mean... It's a little bit risky. I forgot where the secret room is. I know it's in the bathroom somewhere, but... No, it's not here, right? It's... on another floor. I just don't remember which one. Wait. Maybe if we talk to Kyoko, she's gonna tell us where it is. But where is she? Is she not here? I thought I saw her here. No, she is in the hallways. Why can't I see her? Am I blind? What? Huh? Maybe it's bugged. Yeah, I don't know. Because it does say dormitory first floor. I don't know, maybe I'm insane. It's in the bathroom, but I don't remember where. Ah, okay. Boys' bathroom, second floor. There's a little question mark telling me where to go.
Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Or are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm
So
going.
then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Right, because the mastermind is aware that we both went to the secret room and that she knows we've been there. And obviously they see us going there, so we couldn't just pretend. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. Well, I mean, I'd like to take a look at these things. I guess not. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect alter ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. Okay, but it's gonna be so difficult to go back to alter ego and fetch him, even after he's done, or like, we can't check on him. Because this excuse of, oh yeah, Makoto, go check if everything actually is gone is only going to work once. So, please just wait a little while longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and the rest of and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me? Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko!
What?
Yes. So we're just gonna
Why
split
is
up?
that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
The way things are right now, there is no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we...
so
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter Ego...
correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all... Yeah, and also there's absolutely nothing for us to do in this school. I had completely dozed off. Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Wow, that hasn't happened before.
Makoto.
Makoto, get out here. Kyoko? What's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. Oh, is Sakura dead? I feel like it's the most likely thing. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Makoto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right in the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Yeah. Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway,
First of all, we need to get into that room. The door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations. Yeah, probably. She is probably dead.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It would seem...
Just be a little careful, because I think Nightbot doesn't like spamming. And I wouldn't want you to, like, have problems with the bot because it thinks you're spamming even though you're just, you know, sending emotes. It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Oh, okay, you can still do it. Good. That's a good thing. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there is no problem if we break in.
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she Okay. I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please.
Come on, please hurry! I feel like Hina is stronger than Makoto. Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... Oh, she is so dead. Right? All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. I don't know why she's smiling. That's true, that's kind of weird. Maybe there's a reason. And then... Uh-oh.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however...
Yes, yes.
Danganronpa. Huh?
Huh?
Sakura's
Oh, okay, she's...
dead. She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking. My eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? Yeah, the illustrations are getting better, but also... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't really remember what they were like before. I mean, honestly, Danganronpa isn't an ugly game. I feel like it's pretty solid. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and I... Why? Why did this have to happen? Yes, I guess they were. But it's nothing compared to Amosuke, which was really ugly at the beginning. That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. Oh, ogre.
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed? I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was
Interesting.
murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It was one of you. Hiro, Bikuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. What if you did it? I know it. You know it? Oh, you know it? Geez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad. What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahino, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Yeah, I hope it's not OE either. I mean, I understand that it'd be too easy because we know it's either Makoto or Kyoko. So I guess it'd be too easy if it was between the three that she mentioned. But at the same time, I just don't see how she could murder her friend like that in cold blood. Like, she is just not the type. She wasn't acting the whole time. I just can't believe that. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again then.
words,
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess that could work. Maybe that would explain why she is smiling. But maybe it's actual suicide. Who knows? Oh! Oh my god, yes, that's it. Like, she convinced Hina to kill her so that she could get out of here and graduate as the Blackened. She thought that Hina could never be suspected because there's just no way she would ever kill her friend and lover Sakura. And so she helped her come up with a plan to disguise her death so that nobody would know that Hina killed Sakura, just because Sakura wanted Hina to graduate because she knew she was done for anyways and probably had nothing to live for after rebelling against the mastermind. Yes, that sounds about right. Sounds like something this game would do. And so in the end we're gonna catch Hina and everyone's gonna be devastated because she did not want to do it, and we don't want her to die because we understand it was Sakura's sacrifice, but the rules are the rules, and Hina is going to die because Sakura tried to save her, and that's really tragic. I like that. I really like that. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
what is this?
Owe them one? Oopsie! Before you get all pissy butty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Yeah, I highly doubt that Monokuma actually killed her. That just doesn't seem... Like, I think the mastermind really wants the rules to be followed, so I don't think Monokuma would do that. Unless it's like the very end and there's only 3 people left and none of them kills anyone, maybe. But not on chapter 4, I don't think. Hello! Hello guys! Welcome, we're playing chapter 4 today and we just found Sakura's body. Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him! I hate this whole thing! Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. Did you miss chapter 3, like the whole thing? Do you want me to tell you what happened? If you want, I probably have the videos up on YouTube by now, or they're gonna be there soon if you want to watch the whole thing. But if not, I can tell you what happened shortly, briefly. You don't need to know what happened in chapter 3 to understand what is going on in chapter 4. Oops. Well, So chapter 3 was you know, they found alter ego, which was Chihiro. Yes, I do. I do have a YouTube channel. I don't think Nightbot has a YouTube comment right now, so I can just... Yep, this is the latest video. So it was Danganronpa, because that's all I've been streaming lately. But yeah, so chapter 3 was alter ego, and Taka and Hifumi were fighting about her. Him. Sorry, it's because Hifumi called alter ego she. So they were fighting about him, and we discovered that both of them were killed, and we figured out who it was. No spoilers if you want to watch. But it was a pretty interesting chapter, and I, for one, figured out what was going to happen, which was very pleasant. And our theory for chapter 4, so chapter 4, Sakura got killed, and our theory with Jordy that we were just talking about is that Sakura sacrificed herself, kind of forced Hina to kill her, so that Hina could graduate and get out of here alive, because she was basically her best friend. And Hina didn't want to do it, but Sakura like helped her and made sure that nobody would notice that she was actually the murderer, because nobody would suspect her anyways. And it's going to be very tragic if that is actually the case, because if we figure out it's Hina, then she's going to be dead precisely because Sakura sacrificed herself. That's the theory we have going on. We don't know if that's true for sure, because we've barely begun the investigation. But that's where we are at right now. On chapter 3. No, 4. Chapter 4. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it! Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. Who is he to give us orders? He's not my boss. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. And it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Bikuya, Toko. None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault.
One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me in. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy evolving master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
And it's decided. Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Yes, the idea is that Hina killed Sakura because Sakura kind of forced her to kill her so that she could be saved from this game, because I assume Sakura lost everything when she started going against the mastermind, who apparently was holding someone hostage to, you know, put pressure on her and control her. So when going against the mastermind, Sakura probably lost everything. So she had no reason to leave, and by making Hina kill her, she was giving Hina a chance to graduate. Because to get out of here, you have to successfully kill someone and hide it, and make someone else accused. They have to pick someone other than you during the class trial, and if you manage to get away with killing someone, then you graduate. So I think Sakura's idea was to make Hina kill her, so that Hina could graduate, because nobody would ever suspect that she would kill Sakura, because that was her best friend. And that would be why Sakura is smiling, because she thinks by doing this, she saved her best friend. At least that's the theory. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. So is it poison? Yeah, it is really sad if that's the case. And it's even sadder to think that by investigating and probably figuring out who the culprit is, if it turns out that it's actually Hina and that the theory is right, the very fact that Sakura tried to save Hina is what would lead her to her death. Which is so very tragic. It is so sad. And I'm kind of hoping we're wrong.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Yes, if she made... Oh, hydrate. Okay. Good, because my throat was actually hurting a little. So, if she was vomiting blood, that indicates that she probably was poisoned. If she was poisoned, that would have been way easier for Hina to kill Sakura using poison, because you don't have to do anything violent. You quote-unquote just have to give the person the poison. I think it counts if Hina just puts poison in a drink and Sakura drinks it of her own volition. I think it would still count as Hina being the culprit, so she would have very little thing to do if Sakura just gave her the poison, told her to put it in the drink, and then decided to drink it herself. I think it would still count for Hina's graduation. And because it probably wouldn't be happening in 1 second, Hina would have time to exit the rec room, and then Sakura, while still alive but being poisoned, would have time to shut the door, place the chair to make it look like it was an impossible murder, and then sit down, smile, and die from the poison. Another reason why I think she was poisoned, when we explored the 4th floor, they found the chemistry lab, and they were so excited because they found protein. Like protein powder, which they had been talking about for so long. But they also said that there was poison. However, it was so clearly labeled that nobody could mistake the poison for anything else. And so I think that gave Sakura the idea, because she found the poison. She had this idea on how to make Hina kill her and graduate. Wow, are you praying for him to bully me some more? Okay, okay. I see how it is. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? So funny! Zero escape. Do you guys get it? Do you guys get it? This is a Zero Escape reference. Zero Escape like the game series. The game series from Spike Chunsoft, which inspired Danganronpa, which is another game from Spike Chunsoft. Isn't that crazy, guys? This is a Zero Escape reference. Zero Escape. Crazy. Can I get a yeepy in chat for the Zero Escape autism that you had to suffer through? I do need water. You know what? Even if you haven't used the channel points, I will drink just to make you happy. Thank you. Oh, you haven't finished the games? Like, haven't you haven't finished 999 or you haven't finished like the 3 games? Because if you've played just 999, I think that's honestly enough. Like, I do feel like it's better to play all 3 games, but if you have played just the first one, it's like great as a standalone game. It doesn't need the other 2, so it's fine. It's the best one anyways. I'm not gonna spoil... No, I would never spoil Zero Escape because I love the game so much. Oh, you haven't finished it? Okay, yeah, you should. You really should. I mean, I think it only took me like 10 hours. It's not that long a game. It's not very long. Now, if you start playing Virtue's Last Reward and Zero Time Dilemma, now you're in for quite a few hours. These are much longer games, especially VLR is just really long. But it's also pretty good. Like, I really like them. But 999 is... it's so good. It's my favorite game. I just love it so much. So, if you have time, I highly recommend trying to finish it.
In other words...
Okay. In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. See, I started playing another game, because, you know, like, I play games in my free time that I don't stream. I started playing Umineko, which, agreed, because it's a visual/sound novel, is more like a novel where I read than a game. But I started playing Umineko, and there's a bunch of locked room murders in there. It is so good. It's so interesting. I think as soon as I stop streaming today, I'm just gonna keep on playing Umineko because I'm just... I don't know, I'm just so obsessed with these games. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. Could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't
That's
mind.
fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't think I have any Telltale games. But if I end up having one in the future, I could definitely stream it. That's no problem. I don't plan on ever becoming an actual streamer and putting in too much effort, but I do like streaming and I also don't plan on stopping, so definitely in the upcoming years. Yeah. You can recommend a game to me and that could happen in the future. You know what I should play also? I should play some more what's it called? Monster Prom. Among Us mentioned? Okay. Have I ever played Your Turn to Die? Well, that is a great question. I have a friend who recommended it to me, and I started playing it one evening, but it was 11 o'clock at night, and I was home alone, and I got so scared, I stopped playing it. I think I could play Your Turn to Die, but only if there was someone with me and it was like daytime. So I guess I could try and stream Your Turn to Die, because that'd be a bit less scary, and maybe have someone in a voice call with me as I'm streaming it. And that could maybe work. Because I really am a scaredy cat. Like, Danganronpa isn't scary, so it's fine, but Your Turn to Die really scared me in the first 5 minutes of playing it. But sure, we can plan that. You know what? I'll write it down somewhere in Discord. In the Discord of the stream, I'll write down like the ideas that we had. So the Danganronpa fanfiction stream and the Your Turn to Die stream. So that I don't forget. And we'll do that eventually. Why not? Do you know how long Your Turn to Die is? Because, like, I know the Danganronpa games are pretty long. So if we wait, like, if Your Turn to Die isn't very long, we can play it in between the Danganronpa games. But if it's too long, then it will have to wait till we're done with Danganronpa, because I'd rather do all of it at once so that I don't forget, or, like, I still know how it works and everything. So it really just depends how long the games are. Okay, well. I mean, I guess that'd be fine if I streamed more often. Okay. We'll see. I'll write it down after the stream. Okay. Well, I mean, 10 streams is like... Does that mean 10 hours? Or does that mean 30 hours? Because sometimes I stream for 3 hours straight, and sometimes it's not even an hour. So... yeah. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method, seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
Not correct, because if the person being murdered decides to create the closed room, then that's this type of closed room, but without a device that you could find upon inspecting the door. The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
In other words,
basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Do you? Well, I mean, I am trying to be better at streaming, to like stream every week at least. It's not always easy to find time, especially now that I'm working, but I will try. I will try. But I would like to play Your Turn to Die. And maybe we can switch between that and Danganronpa. I guess that can work. I don't think I could be alone to play it because it's scary. But maybe if Jordy here wants to join me, maybe that could work. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. Hi guys, sorry I was interrupted for a second. Because I am not alone at home. So sometimes this happens. Sorry it was longer than planned. Where were we? Yes. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. Yes, yes, that is what happened. Now shush it. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked
In
room.
other words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko. Which one of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this
It's
case?
true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killers set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. I honestly think that our theory really fits pretty well with what happened. See, and she was even drinking a protein shake. Like, it's just obvious. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
It wouldn't take that to her. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can... It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. Yeah, it comes from the Chem Lab. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. See? So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. Oh, but it's on top of it. It's on top of the shards. That's strange.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. I mean, if it had rolled afterwards, then... Hey! Thank you! Thank you so much! Wow, that's the second one we got today. Hello, and thank you for still subbing after all this time. 20 months, that's crazy. Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. Really like them that much?
I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Okay. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Okay, well, that, I don't know how it fits with the theory. Oh, wait, I can see where it came from. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma files, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Okay. Maybe her getting hit on the head somewhat caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder, the reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. So the bottle definitely comes from here. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. It's missing 2, but only 1 is broken near her. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottle.
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? I've never seen that. Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
This is the Monokuma version of that. The Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? And she probably hit herself on the head to make it look like someone had attacked her, to make it seem even more unlikely that Hina would be the one to have killed her. The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Well, actually,
however,
but for Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a
it's
fight.
true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What the heck?
We already know who did it! Byakuya took our hero! It had to be one of them! They couldn't stand the sight of her! You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here, in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me... She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. This is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Well, she could be lying, but even if she's not lying, I'm pretty... I mean, it's obvious she was poisoned. I'm basically completely sure she was poisoned, and I still think that our theory is the most likely string of events. The fact that she had asked those 3 to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard. 3 of them directly. Okay, so... Yakuya.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. It is true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes, but what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yukiya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Oh, hi! Hello! Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as
Come
fact.
on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Okay, well, I think we're done with this room. Okay, well, I think I'm wrong and I'm not done with this room. Alright. Do I need to... Oh, there's blood back there! How did I not notice the bright pink blood? There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Okay, now we must be done. Okay, fine. What am I missing? That same shelf full of magazines. There are all different kinds of magazines there. Okay. I'm just blind at this point. Yeah, I'm just blind. The locker's open, and they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yes, and it was opened already. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? This is probably all fake evidence. What am I missing? What, the chair? The chair was shoved up. Yeah, the chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Okay. What am I missing? What, the clock? It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there is no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room door from the inside, not from the outside. I still think the only solution is that Sakura herself is the one who created the locked room. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. She's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay. Now I can go. So... It's just Hiro and Toko, I think. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Alright, so it'll be easy. Honestly, I feel like there isn't much to investigate. I mean, maybe it's because our theory holds up so well so far. Maybe that's why I'm like... Maybe, you know, it's tunnel vision. But I feel like we have it figured out. I don't really see how we could investigate anymore. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Huh? Who's there? Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a
Hey,
good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. You don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? Classic. I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Okay. And now where is he? Here. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that? Gosh, they're all so bad at hiding stuff.
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Whose special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she has Bikuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well... When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like, in passing. Gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You're all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his
Hey,
pockets.
come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Oh, he got the candy. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. It's definitely the same candy wrapper. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab, so where should I start? Chem lab. Probably. Okay. It's cool that you can teleport to different spots, so you don't have to walk around forever and ever.
What?
Oh, something was spilled. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Fuck you. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now... Okay, so the bottle definitely came from A because it said Chem A2. So it was on the leftmost shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Yes, because there are footprints already. And that's poison. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? And it came from the shelf on the right because it's C4. Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been
So
spilled.
in other words,
That's right. Could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Okay, now the footprints. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a wallet. Well, let's go! Chop chop! Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
see.
So, when you look at it like this... Interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya asked. I see. Your feet does appear to be too big. Fortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Yes, well, everyone should compare their shoes with the prints and then we'd know who it was. On this shellfish is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. They look like poisons and other powerful chemicals, while the containers on this shelf were labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf is... it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Let's see what's on this shelf. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Ah, but wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Someone have put it here on accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Okay. Well, is that it? Oh, I just need to look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Should probably take a good look. Hard to look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Alright, and I hope the investigation doesn't go on for too long. Because, I mean, what else is there even to look at? We're basically done, I think.
Hey.
So, Mukuro, how's your investigation going? Oh. Okay, well, I don't have water anymore, so I'll be right back. I'll go get some. Okay. I have water. You will not be scammed. What would I do without you? I think I'd just be constantly dehydrated if you weren't there. I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming that he didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. Okay. Yes, honey. According to Kyoko, there is still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
more importantly, look here. So she's the one who stepped in the yellow powder. Well, I guess that does make sense. Her shoes? You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just
It
explain.
would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Well, I said she probably hit herself on the head with the bottle. But had she been holding the bottle, wouldn't shards of glass have hurt her hand? Like, I feel like her hands should be kind of bloody if she had done that. But also we knew that 2 bottles were missing, even though there's only 1 on the floor. I pointed that out. So that's strange. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. What, the fact that it's chess pieces? Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Is she going to hit us on the head? An experiment?
anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? Better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. Yes, they're the same. That makes sense. It's
In
balanced.
other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try. Is it because there's 2 bottles? Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In other words...
What? The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Okay. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eyes, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloodied letters, and it said Toku. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message. Yeah, that's so throwback to the first case, where Sayaka wrote down Leon's name on the wall after he killed her.
However...
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come with me. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled! She's the killer for sure! That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see what you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Okay, class trial time. That was a very easy investigation. It went really quickly.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin. Please go through the
Alrighty. Well, we'll definitely stop here. I just wanted to go through the investigation, but the class trial will be for next time, and we're going to see if the theory was right. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Alright. Okay, so today we discovered a dead body and we did the full investigation. We came up with a very solid theory, at least I think so. And I guess we'll see next time if we were right. So next time we'll be finishing chapter 4. I don't know when that will be, because I will be quite busy the rest of this week, but I can't wait to know if we're right. Honestly, this is the first time that we have a theory that seems to hold up pretty well and that we have from the start. So yeah, I am convinced as well. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Simply because it's just... Oh, hello and thanks. Simply because it's like the only thing that makes sense right now. So yeah, I'm pretty convinced that will turn out to be the truth. Genocide Jill? No, I don't think. I think she's being framed. Because they did say it was Toko, but I don't believe it's Toko. I think she's just being framed. Who lied? Sayaka? Are you talking about Sayaka, the idol? Oh yes, we were right, I guess. But this theory we had even before the investigation. And that's super satisfying. I guess we were right about Sayaka as well, and for chapter 3, I also came up with the right theory. But it was during the investigation as well. And this one we had before, right as we found the body. So I think we can be proud of ourselves. Well, we'll see if we were right or not. Well, anyways, that's all for today's stream. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming up with theories with me. It was really fun. Honestly, I just can't wait to see if we're smart and figured it out right away. But I'm pretty sure we did. So we'll see that next time, you know. As usual, check the Discord to know when I'll be streaming, or just follow it, because that works as well. And yeah, I'll be seeing you. Bye-bye!